With the Yankees and Mets eliminated from the postseason, you might think baseball talk has quieted down. Well, no. The hot stove is just heating up. In fact, for the Yankees, who are hoping to bring back outfielder free agent to be Aaron Judge, the stove is already hot. New York Post baseball columnist Joel Sherman has some ideas on how the Yanks should bring back their star slugger, and he joins me now. Joel, long time no speak. How's it going?
Good, Dexter. How are you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. Now, Joel, in your most recent column, you wrote that Judge needs to have a face-to-face conversation with owner Hal Steinbrenner. You put the onus on Steinbrenner. So why him? And does this convo need to happen ASAP?
Yeah, this is the period between the end of a season, whenever your season ends, and the end of the World Series is known as the quiet period. It's supposed to be the period where only the team that has the rights to the player, who's a free agent, can talk to him before the World Series ends and free agency begins. Of course, we're all going to be big boys and know some tampering goes on, but this is the period that's exclusive. Once this World Series between the Phillies and Astros ends, Aaron Judge is officially a free agent and any of the other 29 teams can talk. And if the goal of Hal Steinbrenner is to bring back this player, and I believe that is his goal, his only chance to only talk to Judge where no one else could jump in the middle of this is now. And so I recommended tell him to decompress, and then they both live in the Tampa area, get together, look him in the eyes and say, do you want to be a Yankee? If you want to be a Yankee, I will make that happen. Let's sit in this room and not leave until something gets done, because, once free agency begins, if this is my desire and this is your desire, and we start dating other people, weird things happen. Just look at what Freddie Freeman last year. The Braves said they wanted to keep him. Freeman certainly wanted to stay, and it ended up in a nasty divorce. So this is the last chance. Now, Judge conversely could turn around and say, well, I've run 26 miles of the marathon here. I'm not going to stop at 0.2 miles left. I did my 6 years of service time. I just had a great year. I turned down your offer in spring training. I'm going out in free agency. I want to be seduced and see what it is, even if I get back to you. But if they really both want to make this happen, then right now is the last time before potentially really bad blood could set in, when others, the Yankees are, say, talking to Carlos Correa and Trey Turner. He's talking to the Dodgers, Giants, and the Mets. This is the last moment before really bad feelings could set in.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of feelings can get in when people start talking to other people, and we'll see how that goes. Now, you mentioned this, Judge coming off a career year after turning down the Yanks' $213.5 million extension offers in the spring. So when both sides eventually talk, who has the leverage here, Joe?
Well, Judge has the leverage. He gambled and won. He turned down a 7-year at $213.5 million extension, and then went out and set the Yankee record by hitting 62 home runs, having what I'm certain will end in a MVP year when that's announced next month. He's clearly the leader of the team. He put a lot of money in their coffers, both through their local network and through the crowd and everything ancillary that he brings in. The only non-leverage point he has is what is his true desire? If his true desire is to get paid 1 penny more by somebody, then he has all the leverage, because he will now hear from everyone. If he wants to truly, no matter what, hey, I want this to go on and I want to drain it all out, but I want to end up a Yankee, then he has a lot of leverage. But look, literally the day after the World Series ends, the Yankees could say, hey, we just signed Trey Turner and Brandon Nimmo. We're done for the offseason with big stuff. Good luck to Aaron Judge. So if Judge's desire is to get back to the Yankees, he has most of the leverage, but he doesn't have all of the leverage.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting in terms of him having the leverage there and how he plays it. Now, are these talks that you see, could you see them dragging out into the winter? That's a possibility. And ultimately, do you see Aaron Judge sporting pinstripes in 2023?
So, obviously I'm no employee of the New York Yankees. They tend not to listen to me, and I'm assuming they're not going to listen to me in this situation. And their history is they let everybody else go out and set the pace, and they're the stalking horse. They sit in the background and they tell somebody like Judge, when you get what you think is the maximum, come back to us, tell us what it is. And then for the players they really want, Garrett Cole, DJ LeMahieu, think about the guys recently, they just beat the offer. And that's how they get the player. So that tends to take time, usually at least 2 or through the winter meetings, which are in mid-December. So I would expect that's the time frame for this, unless Hal Steinbrenner suddenly thinks that I have a really good idea and he needs to act boldly right this second.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, how long it takes, Joel, but we will see. I know you will have your eye on all of that. That is Joel Sherman, the great New York Post sports baseball columnist. Joel, thank you for your time. Good talking with you.
Thanks for having me on.